Hey family, welcome back to the Chiron Intensive. I'm your host, Kiera, and tonight I want to talk about something that is uncomfortable, layered, and often unspoken: financial abuse. It is one of those topics that hides in plain sight. We know it when we see it. A parent who controls every dollar their child earns, a partner who limits access to money, a family member who guilt trips you for setting boundaries around finances, but we don't always call it what it is. It is abuse. Tonight, I want to break it down, not just the what, but the why, because financial abuse didn't just show up one day. It's rooted in history, it's tied to survival, and for a lot of us, it's tangled up with love, loyalty, and legacy. So let's get into it. Before we begin, I do want to remind you that you can always book a session with us at Grounded Stars, book a session, book a class, join our community at www.groundedstars.com. So, what is financial abuse? Financial abuse is any behavior where someone uses money or economic power to control, manipulate, or dominate another person. It's not always about the money itself, it's about power. It can look like controlling your access to accounts or credit cards, forcing you to quit a job, or putting you in a situation where you are forced to quit a job, using your income without permission, making you feel guilty for spending your own money, or in family systems, using guilt, duty, or manipulation to keep you financially tied to someone who is actually hurting you. The hardest part: most people experiencing financial abuse do not recognize it, because when it's happening inside family, inside love, and I'm using air quotes, it gets disguised as care. I'm just trying to help you manage your money, or you owe me after everything I've done for you, or family takes care of family, don't be selfish. And this all ties back to slavery, okay? To understand why financial abuse is so common in Black families, we have to look back, all the way back to a time when ownership meant survival, but not for us. Under slavery, Black people were stripped of agency. We were labor without pay. Our productivity was stolen, our freedom was commodified, and our value was defined by someone else's profit. Even after emancipation, economic exploitation did not end, it just changed form. Sharecropping, redlining, wage theft, and discriminatory lending all keep us, because it's still happening today, all keep us in cycles of dependence. So when we talk about financial control inside Black families today, it's not new. It is inherited. There's a deep generational fear of scarcity and a belief that control equals protection. So many parents overmanage their children's money because they remember not having any. Many Black women overwork because they were taught financial independence is the only safety. And some Black men assert dominance through money because they were once made to feel powerless in every other area. It's not an excuse, it is a pattern, and it's a pattern that really needs healing. And this cycle in dysfunctional families can look like parents taking out credit in their children's names, adult children forced to support the household indefinitely, being punished for setting financial boundaries, being told you owe your parents your income for their sacrifices. And by the way, we didn't ask to be here. Or never being taught about money at all, right? Because financial ignorance keeps the control intact. And this is not even just in families, this is in America in general. The more ignorant you are when it comes to finances, the easier it is for someone to take advantage of you. When you grow up in chaos, money becomes emotional. It's not just currency, it's an attachment, it's approval, it's the I love you that comes with strings attached. And if you've experienced it, you might notice that every time you start to succeed, you feel guilty or you feel scared that it's going to be pulled out from underneath you. You can feel guilty for outgrowing the struggle, or you can feel scared that you're going to be placed back into that struggle. You can feel guilty for wanting better in your life, and you can feel scared that nobody around you wants you to be better, so they're trying to sabotage you in some way. This is the conditioning that takes place when we are dealing with a financially abusive relationship. And let's be perfectly honest here. Black people are in a financially abusive relationship with America. Let's be 1000% be honest, open your eyes and see what's happening, because these are behaviors that lead to long-term impact. Okay. Financial abuse, it leaves deep wounds. Even once you're out of it, the effects linger. You might notice anxiety around spending or saving, feeling unworthy of rest or enjoyment, struggling to make decisions about money without guilt, overspending to feel free, or under earning because you are unable to find opportunities that actually match your education, your skills. How many times have you been overqualified for a position, and the position that you are qualified for, they put a family member in that position, or they put someone in their network in that position, or heck, they only want one person of color in the office. So guess what? You've lost. Okay. You can also be under earning because deep down you're scared to outshine the people who taught you lack. So those are behaviors that make you want to stay with that safe job even though you know that you're tired of it, or stay with that safe job because you know that it'll be hard for you to lose it, but you know you're too smart for that job. Okay, it's all trauma, and this trauma, it has a memory, and it's a memory that you are able to rewrite if you just take the time to do so. Red flags to watch out for: if you're wondering whether you have experienced or are currently experiencing financial abuse, these are some red flags to pay attention to. Someone demands access to your money, your accounts, or your passwords. You're made to feel guilty for spending your own money. You're pressured to financially support others beyond your means. You're discouraged from pursuing independence, education, work, or financial literacy. Someone uses money as punishment, silence, or control. So let's say you are in a crisis situation. You know that the person that you are asking for assistance with has the funds, has the money, but they use that as a way to control you. They use that as a way to punish you if you do not follow whatever it is that they want you to do. Or they use that as a way to, oh, you need help, you're in a crisis, oh, I'm just not going to answer you, I'm going to act like I don't see you, I'm going to act like you're invisible. Okay, if any of this feels familiar, let's take a deep breath, do it with me. Awareness is the first act of freedom. And I laugh to lighten the mood, but this is not funny at all because many people are dealing with this. And unfortunately, like I just said, a lot of Black people are in a financially abusive relationship with America. Healing from financial abuse is layered, but it is possible. Here are some ways to start. Name it out loud. Language is power. Once you name it, it loses some of its hold. Create safety around money. Open your own accounts. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're in a long-term relationship. I don't care if that's your son. I don't care if that's your daughter. I don't care if that's your mother. I don't care if that's your father. You need to learn about credit. You need to build a financial safety net, even if it's $5 at a time. Detach guilt from growth. You don't owe anyone your poverty. You don't have to shrink to make others comfortable with your healing. Relearn trust with yourself. Your intuition isn't working. What? I'm sorry. Your intuition isn't wrong. Your intuition isn't working if you allow these behaviors to continue and you keep having that nagging feeling in your gut, but you ignore it. Okay. It's not that it's not working, it's that you're ignoring your intuition in those instances. But your intuition is not wrong. It's been overridden sometimes. So you need to listen to it. Get support where you will not feel like you are indebted. Okay. Get therapy, financial literacy programs, and community spaces like Grounded Stars where healing is about both soul and survival. So, just a gentle reflection. Financial abuse doesn't just steal your money, it steals your voice. But once you start reclaiming that voice, your story changes and you realize you were never the problem. You were surviving a system designed to keep you small. Now you're learning to take up space and own it because your peace, your stability, your abundance, that's all a part of your healing too. So, this has been the Chiron Intensive. Zeta will be back next episode. If tonight's episode spoke to you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. Visit our Substack and read our articles. Definitely visit groundedstars.com for more resources and upcoming classes. And remember, rest, wealth, and safety are not privileges, they are birthrights. Until next time, take care of your energy and keep choosing freedom.